There's an expression called the pot calling the kettle black. Presumably, that means that the pot is black and the kettle is black. So, why is the pot calling the kettle black instead of itself black? Which is great to be black, but it's just to say that is the expression. So, how that can apply to um, human relations is that we find quite often that a person calls others precisely what he or she, him or herself is, and says that other people are precisely what I am myself, and hates those that are just like me, simply on the other side of something. What are some clear and common examples? Let's say that I myself am very ignorant. There's a good chance that I make a very compelling case that that person over there is very ignorant. I myself am very violent, but I hate violent people. I myself am very um, close minded. I'm extremely against close mindedness. I mean, I tell people on social media all the time, I leave comments all the time for people to not be close minded. I can't believe how narrow and stupid they are. I myself am a big hater of humanity. I feel envious of others. I feel small and petty and isolated, alienated. And yet, I'm a big proponent of anti hatred. I'm totally against hatred. Hatred is the worst. Again, don't you know that I called out so and so and so and so and so and so to not be hateful? And on we could go. The pot calling the kettle black. I myself am something, and I'm calling you that. Why do we do that? Well, there's a number of angles to take. One would be that I see things from my own vantage point, and I have the advantage of seeing or experiencing or feeling the reasons that I have for doing what I do and believing what I believe, at least to some extent. So, for example, every time that I fly into rage on the road, I can say I had a reason. Right? That person cut in front of me. That person is an awful driver. But anytime that anybody else does that, I don't see their reason. So I can just say they're violent for no reason. They're really the road rager. I'm just the one that rationally responds as appropriate. I can see from the inside why I hate so and so, because I don't like something about them, because they make me feel insecure, whatever the case might be. But I don't see those same internal reasons concerning another person's hatred. So I say that person's hatred is groundless. I'm against it. I can see why I'm violent. I have a problem with anger. I want to defend myself. I have interests that I want to defend. But the other person or the other side does not, meaning I can't see their internal dynamics. So here, part of growing up and being mature would involve seeing things with equal vision. I have my reasons for doing things, and the things that I have reasons to do can all the same be very destructive and no good, and everybody else has their reasons for doing things. And the reasons everybody, or excuse me, the things everybody else does can also be very destructive and no good. Further, another reason here why the pot can call the kettle black is that it distracts from one's own inadequacies. So, for instance, I may dimly, vaguely suspect that or that my convictions are a crock of nonsense or bogus, but that would implicate me and would be problematic for me, would make me feel inferior. So, I can make a very loud ruckus against what he or she thinks. That's the bogus stuff over there. That's the nonsense over there. Look over there. It's like maybe somebody, um, a thief, saying, "Thief, pickpocket over there. Right, don't look at me. I'm not here." That could be another motivation why we sometimes do that to distract attention away from ourselves. The best day in prison, some would say, is when somebody enters into prison that has done something worse than me, that has done something worse than all of my cellmates. Now the attention is not on us. As bad as we are, we're not as bad as that person. Now let's all destroy that person or hate that person, band up against them. So that's an additional here kind of motivation why we do that. So here too, to level up, we can try to acknowledge that and try to see the issue first of all with our own convictions, with our own worldview. Right? I'm only competing ultimately against the truth. You can believe something wrong, no problem. But if I believe something wrong, I'm the one that's going to be screwed. For example, you might believe that if you jump off something high, you float. But I believe that if you jump off something high, that you shoot up into the air like a rocket, or you go sideways. If I direct all of my attention against debunking the other person's erroneous belief, clearly you don't float. Look at this idiot saying that you float. But I don't pay attention to the fact that I believe something erroneous, that you're going to shoot up into the air or go sideways, then I may play myself, hopefully from a safe height, but all the same. So that would be the idea. It really does not help me at the end of the day that the kettle is black, to use that expression. It does not help me that somebody else is wrong, that somebody else is stupid, that somebody else embodies all of the qualities that I allegedly do not have. The only thing that can really help me is to genuinely improve and to genuinely be right. And consequently, the preponderance of my attention ought be directed at myself and on improving myself, removing my ignorance, correcting my faults, refining my character, and so forth. So hopefully we can consider those points. Thank you for listening.